went paddock on niggas, and you gonna go back to the Montclair? Nigga, I ain't wore in a long time. You said this about Cinco.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, DDG. Hold up.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga went about it. Getting money, bro. You just went paddock on niggas, and you gonna go back to the Montclair?
How you hating on niggas for wearing a Montclair? Like, if that's his swag, that's his swag. Like, you don't need to be wearing mad expensive shit to have drip. Cause like again, like the fuck is this shit, my nigga? Like you look homeless. What is up, everybody? It's your boy Brandon. Stay busy. Back at you with another video, and the DDG and J Cinco beef has been brewing and getting bigger. So, without further ado, we're gonna hop into it, and we are gonna be reacting to the DDG and J Cinco situation is unhinged by Omeezy. So let's hop right into it. That's right. Hi YouTube, hi YouTube, hi YouTube. Let's get it.
Stop talking about me. That's not a threat, none of that. I'm just telling you from experience that continue to go with me and keep going back and forth with me, they never win.
I say, I'm gonna swallow you first, and then my bro want a bag fade off you. Yeah, like that's how that's how we do it.
Oh, they fighting words. Fighting words.
Cinco is a real crash out. Y'all not listening. I didn't see Cinco really put belt.
I'm not gonna lie. DDG own brother saying, yo, chill, Cinco real crash out. Hold up.
So really
now it's getting messy.
Involving myself with you again, brother, energy wise, I'm cool, gang. I'm on a whole
Before we get into it, I heard Cinco a Crip. Like, is that for real? Like, Cinco is a real life Crip? Like, he used to be a Crip?
A whole nother level.
Like LA Crip?
Brother, I'm not even trying to associate myself with you in any
Let me know. Let me know.
Last time I said this situation escalated, but now we're having conversations about
what's good,
Crips
LeBron
being
Jr.
brought into this, people jumping people, and even tools being drawn, pew-pews being drawn on people. Yeah, this whole DDG J Cinco Capaholic situation has.
Oh, J Cinco really a Crip.
Peek into the J Cinco DDG situation.
Oh,
we saw J Cinco really giving his true, honest opinions about the friendship or lack thereof, one that was presenting itself in the Capaholics group, causing him to leave and disassociate with those guys.
It's not a real group, bro. Like that ain't real.
This is what we saw last time. This is what we saw last time.
Individually, I'm just speaking as a group. That's not a real friend group, bro. That's not a real friend group. Our friend group was always based off of the ranks of popularity. Like that made me feel like you don't even know me even more, cause like you knew me for I don't give a about that. Can't like you think you could call his name and disrespect to the max, and you think you could send a screenshot of some money?
Shit, talk your shit, Cinco.
Come on, bro.
The new group that DDG started, the Capaholics, featuring J Cinco, Deshae Frost, Dub, and some other casts and characters, was
yo JoJo. If you're there, do you think Dub is cute? Like, keep it a bean, like keep it 100.
I'm not supposed to kiss your man. You out your mind, bro.
The new group that DDG started, the Capaholics.
You think Dub attractive type shit? Like this dude. No, not LeBron Jr. Dub. This is DDG's brother. You think DDG's brother is cute?
Alex featuring J Cinco, Deshae Frost, Dub, and some other casts and characters was off to a rocky start, to say the least. I mean, honestly, it was going downhill before it even started. A streaming group that was supposed to.
I was just asking because I feel like ever since Dub got the enhancements, he low key not chopped no more. Ever since he got the hairline enhancement, the teeth enhancements, it's not too bad.
AMPs of the world was already on its way to phasing itself out. You see what I did there. So after J Cinco gave his POV as to what happened, we finally got a real look into what DDG thought, the reasons as to why the group broke up. For all the people who thought that this was any sort of fake content, any sort of scripted content, anything like that, I'm here to tell you, based off of what I just saw on these videos, this is real, and there's some real conversations to have about friendships, about business, about what it means to do content in 2025, whether some stuff is within bounds, some of this stuff isn't within bounds. There's a lot to unpack here. One of DDG's biggest issues with this whole J Cinco situation is how the situation was handled after Reggie and DDG pieced it up on Kai Cenat's previous Mafia-thon. They sat down, they settled the beef, and they did a freestyle in which Reggie sent a subliminal shot to DDG that not a lot of people caught on to in the moment, but later on it was revealed that he was actually taking sneak distance.
Reggie doing the rice gum? Y'all remember this when Rice Gum used to diss people and he used to do this? Like he'd be like, "Oh, I'm not shooting no shots at anybody. Like it's not targeted,
Jabs
but
at him.
it's targeted."
Motherfucking fraud. Nigga man, cause he can't see his what? He can't see the shit that be shining in the sky. Think about it. Can't see the shit that be shining in the sky.
Can't see the shits that be shining in the sky.
Now, it seemed like Reggie seemingly sneak dissed him in that situation, and a lot of people were
Yeah,
angry,
Rice Gum
but
was a
DDG
menace.
did not react in the moment, which caused his friends to think that he was soft, think that he was some sort of bitch, which then made DDG crash out because he didn't take this very lightly. He actually took this very seriously, that they were antagonizing him and thinking that this was something to be made light of.
First of all, the shit unprovoked. I didn't ask nobody to comment on what I'm doing on this damn stream, and they fucked my whole mojo up. I don't know if y'all noticed, but when I came back on the stream, I'm like, bro, these niggas just pissed me off. Fuck my whole. I couldn't even entertain.
Hold up, guys. Let's dissect that. Let's dissect that. Lyrical genius. Hold up.
This is in jabs at him.
Use a motherfucking fraud. Nigga man, cause he can't see his what? He can't see the shit that be shining in the sky. Think about it.
He can't see the shits that be shining in the sky. What does that mean? He can't see his what? Yeah, he can't see the shits that be shining in the sky. I don't get it either. Like, can someone tap me in? Can someone put me on? Like, he can't see the shits that be shining in the sky. Cause at first I was thinking like maybe it was about like DDG hair, like his old hair when he had the sky top, but maybe the car with the stars. Yeah, he can't see the shits that be shining in the sky. What happened to his car though?
Can't see the shit that be shining in the sky. Hello.
Now, it seemed like Reggie seemingly sneak dissed him in that situation, and
But why can't you see them? Someone stole his Maybach?
In the moment,
What happened?
Caused
Like,
his friends to think that
I
he
don't even know
was
what happened.
soft, think that he was some sort of bitch, which then made DDG crash out because he didn't take this very lightly. He actually took this very seriously, that they were antagonizing him and thinking that this was something to be made light of.
First of all, the shit unprovoked. I didn't ask nobody to comment on.
Yo, someone in the comments let me know. Like, I need to know that bar. Someone lyrical genius that shit.
I'm doing on this damn stream, and they fucked my whole mojo up. I don't know if y'all noticed, but when I came back on the stream, I'm like, bro, these niggas just pissed me off. Fuck my whole. I couldn't even entertain like I wanted to, because I'm like, bro, y'all niggas is really nitpicking, bro. And y'all don't know what's going on when niggas ain't on the camera. Everybody answered the FaceTime call but Cinco, right? So since Cinco had answered this.
Oh! Oh! Oh my god. Yeah, his son. Yeah, yo, Halo. Oh my god. Oh, oh my, yo, hold up. Reggie's doing fighting words. Oh my god.
This nigga texting though. This shit public embarrassment. Then he said some shit. This is what he said. Can y'all read that?
Text messages is crazy.
I would have said, fuck Reggie dead dad for niggas to be rap battling face to face 4 months later.
Text messages is crazy.
You was just working out with this nigga. This nigga's a fake. He's a fraud.
Ooh.
Essentially, they clown DDG.
Hold up.
This nigga's a fake. He's
Crazy.
dad for niggas.
I would have said, fuck Reggie dead dad for niggas to be rap battling face to face 4 months later on Mafia-thon 3. Ooh. I mean, I'm not gonna lie, like, I think Cinco low-key speaking facts, because, like, I'm not gonna lie, that is hitting low. Like, that's a low blow on the bar, bro. Like, you can't see it, you can't see in the sky. All right, he is defending DDG here though, but I think he's more like clowning. Like, I think it's one of those things where he's like, oh, like if a nigga would have said that to me, I would have said this, type of shit. That's what it kind of feels like. It don't really feel like he dick riding DDG. it kind of just feel like he's like, oh, like if that was me, like I wouldn't let a nigga play like that with me, like type shit.
Battling face to face 4 months later.
Text messages is crazy.
You was just working out with this nigga. This nigga's a fake. He's a
I don't know though.
Essentially, they clowned DDG for not doing anything in that moment. They felt as if DDG should have stood up for herself, blacked out on Reggie, crashed out on him, and kept giving their own 2 cents as to what they thought he should have did, because Reggie seemingly made light of the custody issues that DDG was having between Hallie and involving their son Halo.
Everybody in my group chat,
we got it right.
Why you ain't fight him? Why you ain't do this? All this to get in a rap battle? I'm like, hold on, wait a minute. What the fuck do y'all want me to do? Mind you, I'm talking to everybody, bro. Cinco was not singled out whatsoever. I'm like, what y'all want me to do, bro? Y'all want me to come in here and box on a 20-year-old, 21-year-old in front of all these nice establishments and look ghetto so you can say the Capaholics be standing on shit? Y'all niggas don't even know what the fuck is going on. Me and him squashing shit. What? Nigga, I can't fight nobody. Y'all.
I will say, as of right now, that kind of does make sense. You know, he not trying to look crazy. You know, you guys know how it be, bro. You know, you turn up and you get rowdy when you supposed to get rowdy. The white people, you know, they gonna look at us and be like, you know how it be, bro. So I understand.
I know why. I'm not finna sit here and get on the internet and box no
21-year-old.
And then, nigga, it's a lose-lose if I was to do some shit like that. Then I'm a bully and this and that. And then a nigga like Cinco ain't gonna defend me.
As a street dude, I know exactly what DDG is referring to here. Now, I do think that he took the proper route in this situation. Getting into any sort of
I agree, Omizi. I agree.
At this specific time when Kaisenat is on a stream where there are millions of people that are ultimately going to watch these different clips. More importantly, millions of sponsors that are going to watch these certain type of clips. With the allegations and impending, if I'm not mistaken, legal battle that he has with his baby's mother about his son, I don't think that it would have.
On a side note, I really want to know what's going on with that. Like, I want to know, like, did it happen? Did it not happen? Like, because, you know, there's hella allegations, like, he hit her, she hit him. Like, I want to know what happened. So I want to stay tuned on that. But let's get back to the video.
Have been a smart thing to do. And I'm glad that he did not fall for the rage bait and the crash out there. But it does pose a bunch of different questions. When is it content, and when is it just straight up disrespect? There's a lot of times in which DDG has done some pretty questionable.
I feel like Reggie, like if you were going to squash the beef, I think that is a crazy bar to throw in a freestyle. I'm not gonna lie. That's crazy.
Things that a lot of people would attribute as disrespect. Hell, that's one of Jay Cinco's chief complaints in this conversation, is that DDG is just a disrespectful dude, but brushes it off as this whole content motive and all this other stuff like that. There was a time that happened over the past weekend or at one of the brand risk fights that Aiden Ross hosts where Benda Don and DDG had their own sort of similar situation in which it seemed quite disrespectful for somebody who is supposed to be seen as a friend.
We seen this yesterday. We watched this yesterday.
Hey, man, you ain't gotta grab me like that, though, bro. I'm just saying, though, bro. Like, I ain't trying to be funny with, bro. Don't stop doing that, bro. What? Like, why you coming over here?
And Ben checked him, bro. Ben had to check him.
Say, hey, I don't gotta say my seat.
He was like, get the fuck out of my seat, nigga.
I ain't finna go back and forth with you. I'm not finna go back and forth with you. I'm telling you, I ain't going back and forth with you, bro. So, can you please get up, brother? You asked nicely. Don't what did I just say? Can you please get up, brother? Don't tap my back, bro. Didn't nobody say shit. I came over here and tapped your back. I'm just letting you know, don't tap my back, bro. Huh? Don't tap my back.
Yeah, DDG dead bugging here. I'm not gonna lie.
All right, now. I'm just letting you know, bro. You're not letting me know nothing, man. What are you talking about?
Now, I don't know about you guys, but I wouldn't think that a seat being taken would cause somebody to act the way that Ben probably did. You know, in a normal situation, if this was your seat, you get up, I sit in your seat. You come over to me and you say, hey, that's my seat. Or I recognize, hey, this is your seat. So I'm going to get up from that. The only reason why I think that this action from Ben happened is because there's some pattern recognition with this group. You know, it's not that there's any respect for any more.
I'm not going to lie, Omizi. Like, I kind of have to disagree here because, like, pattern recognition or not pattern recognition, it's not like we sit in an auditorium and like there's hella seats around, right? We on an open floor and like there ain't no seats. Like a nigga gotta go get another seat. So like for you to be sitting in my seat and then try to play with me like that's disrespect. Like of course he gonna come like that. Like Come on, bro. Because he tried to be respectful with it at first, and then DDG tried to play him, and he was like, yo, get the fuck up out my seat, nigga.
Or anything like that. It's just about getting the content off. And it usually ain't no fun when the rabbit got the gun.
So Cinco's pretty much just like, don't try to apologize this time because you done took it there. Like you've already overly disrespected me. That's what I'm talking about. I mean, that's what he's talking about, chat. Y'all can fan base farm and try to hate farm X, Y, and Z. Either way it's wrong. Whether you on his side or his side, bro, it's wrong. It's about being right. If
I agree with this last night completely.
Wrong as hell. If Diddy wrong, I'm gonna tell him he wrong. That don't mean, I know in y'all mind y'all want to see niggas go at it and be mean. It ain't about that. It's about doing the right thing, gang.
Cinco is tired of the lack of accountability
Respect,
and all the enablers that let DDG do his habitual line stepping and line crossing get away with. There's multiple situations in which things happen in this group. It gets brushed off. People are saying that it's just content. It's just trolling. You're my brother. This happens all the time, etc., etc. And nobody really checks anybody. Hell, there's even compilations of DDG and Dub pressing J Cinco or getting under J Cinco's skin. And seemingly everybody's okay with it because the camera's rolling or nobody's checking him because he's the one that puts food on the table.
Took it, you feel me? He could have went about it a different way.
Yeah, but I got 4 words though. Who gives a fuck?
I feel like
You still don't go on there talking about.
no 100, but that's what I'm
on
saying.
that
No,
trash that music, nigga.
no 100. That's what I'm saying. Nigga went about it.
Getting money, bro.
I'm not gonna lie. This is W Cinco.
Food on the table.
Took it, you feel me? He could have went about it a different way.
100%. That's what, yo, guys. A nigga say your music trash, right? Like imagine that someone says your music trash. Well, that's why your daddy dead. Well, that's why your mom's 6 feet under in the grave. Like, damn, nigga. Like, damn. Like, I feel like if you're reacting like that to a nigga saying your music is trash, you might think your shit trash. I'm not gonna hold you, bro. Your shit might be trash.
I got 4 words though. Who gives a fuck?
I feel like
You still don't go on there talking about.
no 100, but that's what I'm
on
saying.
that
No,
trash that music, nigga.
no 100. That's what I'm saying. Nigga went about it.
Getting money, bro. You just went paddock on niggas, and you gonna go back to the Montclair?
Nigga, I ain't worried in a long time. You said this about some.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, DDG. Hold up.
That's what I'm saying. Nigga went about it.
Getting money, bro. You just went paddock on niggas, and you gonna go back to the Montclair?
How you hating on niggas for wearing a Montclair? Like, if that's his swag, that's his swag. Like, you don't need to be wearing mad expensive shit to have drip. Cause like again, like the fuck is this shit, my nigga? Like you look homeless. You look DDG right here in this shit probably got on about $5,000 and he still look like a bum.
Nigga, I ain't worried in a long time. You said this about some.
Come on, bro.
I don't. The last time was 5 months ago. When I'm supposed to put it on?
September in LA. It's
It don't matter.
75 degrees when you wake up, nigga. Why the fuck?
You got a hoodie on too.
A hoodie, but you got a bubble vest.
It's thin.
Like DDG dick riding, bro. He dick riding right now. I never seen this clip. He straight dick riding on his Deasley.
He grabbed his ponytail and said, "Oh, I lost." How the fuck would I pull my ponytail and say, "Oh, I lost"? You pull your ponytail back. No, nigga. Say, "Damn, I lost." All right, let's bet 100 you ain't do it. Come on, bro. Come on, I don't want to do you like that because I wouldn't have said it. So bet 1,000. I wouldn't have said it. So bet 1,000. What did you do then? So bet 1,000. I'm telling you, what did you do? Can we bet 1,000? What did you do? We could bet 1,000 and play it back and just see. No, but I'm saying, what did you do before we bet? It's in 4K. I know. I just want to.
Cinco, I think he's just trying to complete a joke, and I think you're trying to turn it into a profitable situation when it's not.
No.
But how come it's not a joke or it's not trolling when they do it back to you? In that group chat where they made fun of you as to how you handled the whole Reggie situation, why was that taken seriously? If you are Mr. Jokester, Mr. Prankster. Now, to be fair, from my POV, I don't think that everything is
Yo,
a joke.
DDG low-key soft. He began his feelings hurt.
You call your brothers and all this other stuff. We should have clear lines drawn, and they don't have to continuously be pressed, especially in the sense of bringing in family stuff. Like, I think that the way that they handle joking is just way too far for me. Now, I get it. It's the nature
Completely
of doing
agree.
content. And that doesn't mean that DDG is completely absolved of this, because while he can dish it, he can also take it. Hell, there's a mini compilation of Ben disrespecting him on the internet.
Raise your hand if you also never had a whole problem. No, put your shit down. You be having issues, fool. You have a lot of issues, man.
gang.
Why would you
No,
go for
I'm
the
not
nigga's
doing
man
that.
because he
Bro,
charmed?
I can't help what I'm attracted to,
You do
bro.
that
What I
shit all
supposed
the
to
Which one is it?
Me and him got the same type. What I supposed to do,
Posted
bro?
on the yellow?
We don't. Yes, we do. No, we don't, fool. You be hitting chopped hoes sometimes. Baddest one you got, India.
Yo, I'm not gonna lie, bro. For someone to look at you and be like, we don't got the same type, gang. Like, your bitches be chopped. It's crazy.
Than that, your shit be chopped. And it's all good. That's 100% not true, and that's a terrible clip for you.
This just creates an environment though where people can't take accountability for their own.
Though, I don't really think that's true. But again, we don't really know behind the scenes what DDG be hitting. But anything DDG been hitting in the public eye do be A1. I give him that. It do be A1.
Actions when they line step. They don't know when they've pressed somebody's buttons that shouldn't have been pressed. And they don't know when they've overstepped the boundaries. So it becomes hard to even take an apology or some sort of reaction to the situation seriously if we've created this type of nature. And DDG's response to what J Cinco's saying, Bendadon even calls out that like, yo, he can't even take accountability for the action. He's looking to shift blame, whether it be for trolling, whether it be for content. He's just not going to take the blame in the situation.
Nigga, I'm not finna leave the club. Bro, I seen niggas get stretched in LA, bro. You think I'm finna...
Pause. You seen niggas get stretched?
Because you're 40 minutes late. You want me to leave the section and come hold your hand and walk you to the section? You a grown-ass man. What are you
I don't
talking
think he
about?
understand what he's saying.
If a
Like, he's
nigga
proving
going
what
late to the
he was saying.
I have to call T.O. to come get me.
Nigga, you could have called my brother. You could call anybody. What are you talking about? Why are we talking about a club?
He's literally addressing one of Jay Cinco's chief complaints by admitting that he isn't going to like stick his neck out there for his friend, come and get him, etc., etc. Like, I think that's just the most insane thing in the world.
Niggas fight all the time. This is what we do. I don't do that. Like, I might come on here and I might be childish. I might motherfucking play around, troll niggas and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I would never try to fuck up somebody PR or if somebody fucking face card over a petty ass little beef, right?
This is such a big deal and something that I've always wanted to ask content creators.
DDG, you capping. Hold run that back.
I might motherfucking play around, troll niggas and shit like that. But at the end of the day, I would never try to fuck up somebody PR or if somebody fucking face card over a petty ass little beef, right?
DDG. Nah, I agree with that too. The artist has to go get his friend. So DDG won. You should have been got Cinco. You know what I'm saying? Or like, I don't really know how known DDG's entourage is. So like, it might not have to be DDG because like, if I'm someone as big as Drake and it's like, I got one of my niggas. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, I understand that too, Jojo. But it's like, it depends how big you are, right? Because like, I don't know. Say like, fuck. I'm trying to use like a good example. Like, who's an artist? Like, okay. Say I'm okay. I don't know. Let's say I'm Plaque Max, right? Say I'm Plaque Max, and like I'm with the Phase Boys. You know what I'm saying? And this is our venue. Like, I feel like any of the Phase Boys could go grab this nigga. So I don't really know how much motion niggas got to do that. So I don't know.
Right? This is such a big deal.
But back to what I was saying, DDG, you be the main nigga in all the beefs to fry a nigga PR up. Like, DDG goes hard whenever he's in a beef, like hard. He don't give a fuck about anything.
And something that I've always wanted to ask content creators and streamers and other people like that. Probably something that I'll have to phone a friend who's bigger in the industry and just ask them. How do you know when there is a boundary that you have crossed? And how do you know that you're making your friend feel uncomfortable in this game? I think one of the bigger issues in this whole Capaholic situation is that, J Cinco didn't even feel comfortable being who he was because of the people that he was around and the levels of disrespect that they normally and routinely dish out on a day-to-day basis, especially because he's a young man trying to live his life on the internet and grow up on there. He can't do normal things, not only because it'll be subjected to the scrutiny of the internet, but also because he's associated with people who don't know if this is a boundary, that is a boundary, or if there are even boundaries at all. These are people who will always cross the limits. DDG even brings it up. It's one of the main reasons why he's not in the house is because now he has a girlfriend.
If Cinco was single, we probably would have, he'll be in that room next door. That's just what it is. It's understandable. Like, I get it. I know that, bro. It's okay. But don't sit here and try to hate farm me and say I'm the reason you're not in the
Is
house.
he really
You can take
hate
that clip a
farming
plethora
though?
of ways, but the way that I interpret it based off
Is he really hate farming though? I feel like Cinco not hate farming. Like he just tired of the disrespect. Like Omizi just showed us 3 different clips, DDG, and you disrespecting this nigga, bro. And he not going for it. He not going for it.
of all the information that I gathered is that Cinco is probably with Lala Batiste, which is perfectly fine and dandy. But what I've noticed from this group and the way that they talk to each other, especially those that are associated with women and stuff, is that they just don't have boundaries. It's as simple as
No
that.
respect, no boundaries, no respect.
You guys,
Facts.
because it seems like we don't know when to have real conversations, not have real conversations, what is content and what is not content. How can I bring my girl into this household? Somebody who's probably not even in the content sphere, or even if she is in the content sphere, we have a relationship that we're trying to cultivate and grow. When you and some of my other homeboys in this situation are always ragging on me, always bagging on me. Now, does that mean that I'm okay with
That's
the
a
way
bad
that
look.
Cinco went about
Terrible
all these
look.
situations? Absolutely not. And DDG also kind of alludes to that being the thing, is that he's tired of all this being on the internet. Being on the internet with the reputations that they have and blasting this is just not a good look for him or anybody involved.
I never wanted to bring this to the internet. I don't do that. Like, we get into it all the time. I didn't got into it with me and Deshae didn't got into it before.
You know what? Let's let DDG speak. But like, come on, bro. Come on. Stop the cap. Come on.
Me and my brother get into it before. Me and everybody, we in our group chat, we get into it all the fucking time. Like, but we never bring it to the internet. And I feel like when somebody brings it to the internet, it's obviously it's alternative motive to make money.
Ulterior, not alternative.
Or to try to win people's side. I had to unfollow this man. I don't even want to say his name. I had to unfollow this nigga on TikTok. This nigga reposting everything that's negative about me. Now that shit was weird to me.
And I do agree that real friends stop before any of it gets to the internet, but that's
I
not
agree.
how this side of the internet operates. It's almost contradictory to some of his early statements and sentiments about
I also agree with that too, because like I do understand like you're not trying to put stuff on the internet, but like the way everybody in Capaholics moves, like everything is on the internet. You know what I'm saying? Like they just mad disrespectful with each other.
you know, creating beef and doing this online drama. A lot of the embarrassment that Jay Cinco faced in public was online in front of the internet. So why is that okay with being on the internet? It's a nasty situation and a nasty conundrum that these guys find themselves in.
Exactly. If it started on the internet, nigga, I'm addressing this shit on the internet. The fuck?
Those narratives were just being believed. So it's like, if I'm gonna walk, let's just say about my girl, right? If I'm gonna walk away from this and I wanna create content to make money with my...
Yo, holy shit, bro. I'm not gonna lie. Can everybody just for 1 second take a look at Jay Cinco head? So you peep the lineup on the left side of his head, right? Now wait till he turn his head again.
My girl. I can't do that because now they believe a false narrative to where they wouldn't support what I got going. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, I'm gonna come clear it up. I didn't say no names. I'm not like, DDG did it. Like, DDG is the reason. Like I said, I gave a very surface level answer. If you know who that is, then that is what it is. But I didn't say no names. You feel me? That's not what I did. I didn't say any names.
Like his shit is, yo, he got one side lined up and then his other shit just a hill going down. Damn, Cinco. Might be time to go to Turkey.
So therefore, nigga, if you got a guilty conscience, that's not on me, but that's not for me.
I think this leads me down the path of where the escalation really started to take off. And this is where I believe that conversations got way far off the rails and both guys, you know, did too much in this situation, but namely Jay Cinco for the whole involvement of gang members and stuff like that. Granted, the only reason why we do know this is because somebody did have a guilty conscience that made DDG have to blast all this on the internet and specifically, you know, address some of these conversations by saying he said these things. You know, he is the program. He ran with not only the internet narrative, but also made sure that he backpacked it by letting people know that he did say these things in retaliation to Jay Cinco. There was back and forth between both
that
of
is
these
fucked
guys.
up,
Jay Cinco
though.
made claims of him legitimately being bullied by DDG, so DDG took it head on and addressed it. Now, of course, he took the route that you think DDG would take by saying that it was.
He always
trolling,
takes
but
it
as Ben the
like
Don is
that.
gonna say, at what point in time does trolling become, you know, a test of my manhood?
I don't give a
Exactly. Like DDG be taking it too far. Like, and then also like DDG literally pulled Ben the Don to the side. Remember earlier in the video, DDG literally pulled Ben the Don to the side, and he said to Ben the Don, like, "Yo, I feel like you be saying some slick shit to me." Da da da. DDG, you say slick shit to niggas all the time, and that's why Jay Cinco is hurt. Like, you been saying slick shit to him. It seemed like he might have talked to you or something in private, and you kept saying the slick shit to him. And now it's like we done seen you roast a nigga fit. Mind you, it's very different to roast somebody fit in private, but you roasted a nigga fit in front of all these people in person. And you on a live stream talking to this nigga like, yo, why you got the Montclair one? Like, you still broke, my nigga. Like, da 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 da. Like, that's OD. That's OD. Cause like now, like I'm not gonna lie, nigga try to roast my shit like in public now. Now it's like I'm coming right back at you. So I don't know, bro.
what you weigh. It's just niggas in the screenshot talking about 700,000. Boy, that money. I don't give a
Goofy business. 700 is 700, brother. The fuck is you talking about?
And here go DDG with the financial shit, bro. Money, 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 money. Like Jesus Christ, bro.
Y'all hear this nigga? That's goofy business, bad business.
So I gotta sit up on and talk about a nigga or genuinely hate a nigga on the low. Like, man, hell no. Nigga, you can have.
I don't hate Cinco. Bro, I tell y'all, like, I really got over this shit in 48 hours. Even I see y'all commenting Ben. Me and Ben with the damn seat shit. I was cool, nigga. We chopped it up 10 minutes. I was cool. I don't know what the fuck he's saying now. Ben, stop instigating if that's what you're doing, bro. You hate farming yourself. Stop doing that shit. But me and Ben squashed that shit in 10 minutes. Nigga, it ain't shit. We grown, man. It ain't shit but a fucking conversation.
I really thought bro was trying to be funny on some shit like, yeah, and y'all gonna say it's trolling, but at what point is trolling like disrespectful in real life? You know what I'm saying? Like to where a point where it's like you either trying my manhood or like nigga you tripping or I'm tripping because it always come back to who got the biggest fan base to whoever's tripping.
Now, there's some more messy situations that ultimately stem from people trolling, and I don't want to belabor the conversation with that. It was some stuff about Jay Cinco not gifting people, but gifting Bruce Drop 'em Off. It was even more detailed to the Reggie and DDG beef and how they were on two different sides. But ultimately, it gets to a point of escalation in which Jay Cinco essentially calls Crips on DDG in order to have him fight them.
Mind you, that's why he apologized last time, because I brought up bros. We was supposed to link up at the video. We was doing our video and we got into it. We was finna squabble, and I always say this anytime. I say, I'ma squabble you first, and then my bro want a bag fade off you.
No, that's crazy.
Yeah, like that's how that's how we do it. Nigga, if a nigga any nigga feel away, you can squabble my bro. He right here. That's just how we do, brother. You feel me? You want to talk about Mr. Crip and Mr. this and all this Crip shit. So when I bring the Crips out, niggas, oh, it's not my man's this not nah, it's a problem, gang. No.
And this is where
I'm not gonna lie, I don't agree with that, bro. Cause like it's different to have your bros there just in case, you know, because DDG got security, DDG got a lot of niggas behind him, you know what I'm saying, his entourage. But then it's a different thing to be like, yeah, like, nigga, I'm gonna whoop your ass, and then my nigga's gonna whoop your ass. Like, now, come on, Cinco. That's low key pussy.
I am totally out on some of the things that Jay Cinco said. I don't think that there's any logical reason or explanation as to why you would bring your friends or your bros or whoever this, that, and the third to come and jump somebody. Now, what I will say
like you're
is
doing
this
too
is a
much.
bigger testament to the overall conversation about slapping these groups together who aren't really friends. This only validates my points in the videos that I made previously that these guys were never really friends. I would never think to invite my guys to jump you, because if anything, if we're real friends, I would be inviting you to jump you, my friend to jump my friend, and my other friends would stop me and say, I'm not about to jump this person that's a part of our friend group. That just doesn't even make any sense.
Facts.
I get
exactly.
that you have totally different friend groups, but if people really viewed them as your friend and valued your friendship and all this stuff was real, then I don't think anybody would have even entertained a conversation like that.
Facts. I don't think they would have entertained it. I don't even think they would have let it get this far, because they would have been like, yo, like, you guys gotta chill, like, we homies, this is a family, da da da. But instead, it feel like nobody's saying nothing and niggas is just instigating. You got Dub instigating, Deshae instigating, and you probably got all these other niggas instigating.
Including yourself. That thought process would have never even crossed your mind. If I think that this friend that I have in friend group B is really a friend, I would never even think, even at our worst, that I would take friend group A to come and jump anybody in friend group B. That just doesn't sound like true friendships to me.
Yeah.
All coast aside, different things that they do aside, I just don't agree with that. Cinco does get into some conversations about feeling more secure and safe with his friends being around him, which again, different type of lifestyle I don't get. He does ultimately recede from the point of talking about jumping DDG. He says that he didn't want to do anything that he didn't regret, but also adding in the conversation about him not feeling safe. DDG raises a great point in his reaction that you were never in danger. This was all something that was drummed up in your head and escalated for no reason at this point, because you were with me every single day. You were with my family every single day and nobody did anything to you.
Like, you acting like we just cool.
That is low key true. Like if you around a nigga family and everything every single day, like I'm not gonna lie, Cinco typing the wrong here too. Like it's everybody in the fucking wrong. But damn, like if you're around a nigga family every single day, like now I can see like it's low. You ODing, bro. Like you really gonna bring the Compton Crips to my house, bro, over a disagreement.
Stop trying to gangbang then if you don't want to do simple, friendly fades, nigga. Stop trying to be a gangster then. Stop.
You feel me?
Be
Like,
a streamer,
if you don't want
nigga.
to scrub, bro, just tell bro, turn down the fade. Like, oh, you don't want to scrub, bro. Cool. But I want my niggas there. You feel me? I feel comfortable with these niggas here. You feel me? Because I don't trust certain niggas. You feel me? I don't trust niggas, gang. You know what I'm saying?
You don't trust niggas, but you working out with my cousin and Deshae every day, and nobody beat your ass. So what are you scared for, nigga?
I call my niggas.
You literally working out with niggas that's next door to me every morning.
Cause I got to my senses. That's why I said.
In his head, this nigga think he 13 and shit.
You feel me? As far as I got so mad, I'm like, nigga, I'm pulling up with the bros. Like,
yeah, what Cinco said is absolutely crazy, and
he wildin'.
Against that. Now,
He
we've
wildin'.
learned a couple different things. One, this beef should have never been brought into the internet, based off of these guys being addicted to content creation and not understanding what different boundaries are. That's the only reason why we know this. Two, there needs to be boundaries set in content. I firmly and wholeheartedly believe, especially if you're dealing with people IRL, there are boundaries that you never cross. I think it's actually an indictment on you as a content creator to step over those boundaries and do whatever you want to do just because you can feel like you want to do whatever you want to do. It's starting to become a pattern. Even DDG's own community is noticing that. Again, you overstep boundaries. Content is your life. I get it, but at some point, there's stuff that
we gotta draw a line. Gotta draw a line in the sand.
We don't need it. Three, recognize when you aren't actually friends with a group of guys. I think that that's very important in this conversation. And if that would have happened a long time ago, we wouldn't be in this situation. This forced
I agree with that too. Because if you recognize, like, yo, we're not really friends, one, I feel like people would be more respectful, right? Because now it's like, you know, we've understood that we're not really homies like that. People are going to be more respectful because, like, if this is not your man's, you obviously going to tolerate way less than if this really is your man. So that makes a lot of sense as well.
Capaholics group is just something that is this makeup of a bunch of guys who can get money off of each other, which is fine and dandy. But when you have that other storm of brewing, then it's not a recipe for success. It's honestly a recipe for disaster. I think what DDG
100%.
and others have to learn and take away from this is that a lot of times people are not aligned with your views, your goals, your passions, your ambitions. And that's okay, but that doesn't make for the best storm of making group content with each other. And furthermore, those are people that you need to set specific boundaries for and come to an understanding that everything isn't content. Sure, maybe your brother gets that. You know, Dub has been around for a long time. Maybe your cousin gets that. A cousin's been around for a long time. And maybe you meet somebody who thinks that everything is content, like Deshae Freaky Frost. I think that stuff like that is okay to do that with. But other people have different morals and different boundaries and different ethics. Now, do I agree with all their morals and boundaries and ethics? No, I don't agree with taking it to the internet. I don't agree with anybody leaking any sort of private messages on any sort of platforms. And I damn sure don't agree with involving other people to jump you in any sort of way, shape, form, or fashion. That's totally out of pocket. But I think that a lot of people who are going into content creation can
W LeBron Jr. in the chat.
probably a creation of streaming. Like, I know I always bring it back to that, but the over streaming era that we are in has created this situation where nothing is sacred, everything is content. And honestly, going into it with morals and boundaries probably isn't going to suit you well in the long run. But I don't know. I just crave videos, cut them off, and then go live my real life.
I'm not gonna lie, I completely agree. Like this era of streaming, especially like the IRL stuff. I was kind of talking about it with the homies like the other day. It's like I think it's really cool that people IRL stream and things like that. But it's like everybody is doing the same exact thing, just doing this overly sexually charged content to where it's like, oh, like we gonna do this Riz, we gonna do that Riz, or it's just like disrespecting niggas, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's usually one of the two. Like shout out to the FaZe boys right now, like on the FaZe subathon. I really like what they're doing. You know, they're playing kickball, you know, they're doing different sports and stuff, showing IRL, different games. I think that's like a dope concept. But right now, like most of the stuff I see on the internet, bruh, is just like, oh, like we gonna raise them up, we gonna do this, we gonna do that, or oh, we gonna troll him, we gonna disrespect him, like, and I just feel like it's going to brew a very, you know, it's just going to cause problems, just like we see now. So, because people, you can't really take you can't take the real life out of the content. So, thank you everybody who came to watch the video. It's your boy Brandon. Stay busy. Give it a like, comment, and subscribe if you fuck with it. If you didn't, give it a thumbs down. Boo, boo, boo. And it's your boy Brandon. Stay busy, and I'm gonna see you in the next one.